with him. And he ran out of it because he didn't want to make no compromise. Many men of God fall on that. We compromise. We said anyway, people will not know it. People will not know it. People will not see it. But God sees it. And you know, when you're not walking no more in His will, you're not walking no more in His grace. Are you hearing me? Glory to God. Hallelujah. This is why there are such a mess in the churches today. Big churches who are falling apart and all that thing. And, glory to God. I'm telling you, we have our own television channel. Therefore, I love television programs and Christian television programs. You can imagine that. But, glory to God, I don't love everybody who is on television at the present time. There are so many people who are preaching the wrong thing. Glory to God. That's okay, Mom. I will take after. Thank you. She was asking for a drink. Is it right? You see? Glory to God. That's okay. I will finish in a minute anyway. Glory to God. And then, why she's looking at me like that? Every time I say in a minute, she's looking. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory to God. And that's what I say about the people who are near you in the church. You see, glory to God. They try to stop you. Glory to God. Hallelujah. Then he refused. And then when he refused, he was falsely accused. So in other words, when you are favored by God, you will be falsely accused. Are you hearing me? That man of God, that man of God, and that man of God, and all the men of God here, and every one of you, if you are walking in God's ways, you will be falsely accused. Are you hearing me? Yeah. Glory to God. I'm telling you something. There will be no money running away, but still they will say that you have stolen. Are you hearing me? There will be no woman around, but they will still accusing you of adultery. Are you hearing me? Glory to God. They will create the thing in order to accuse you. Glory to God. And then Joseph went into the prison. But even in prison, glory to God, while he thought that everything was going well when he was in the house of Potiphar, he thought that it was maybe his destiny. But then, from his destiny, he went down into prison. And prison was surely not his destiny. He remembered about the promises of God. And then, glory to God, when he went into the time of tribulation in that prison, the Bible says that he found grace in the prison. Amen. I don't know how many of you feel sometimes that you are in prison. Prisoners of circumstances. Prisoners of your bank account. Prisoners of the thing that you have to pay every month for your mortgage or for your rent, or prisoners of whatever it is. But still, even in your prison, when you find grace from the beginning, you still have grace. And still in the prison, glory to God, people will look at you and say you are blessed. Glory to God. And they put him as an overseer of the prison. In other words, he had the position when he could not be in position. He was a prisoner like everybody. But still he had to oversee the others. He had to rule. Glory to God. This is why I want to tell you something. When you are destined by God, you are destined to rule. You're not destined to be ruled by the circumstances, but you have to rule them. You don't have to say circumstances you will lead my life, but you have to say circumstances you follow me to my blessing, because I have a destiny. Say it with me, I have a destiny. Say it with me again, I have a destiny. I'm not meant to be down. Say it with me, I'm the head. I'm not the tail. Tell it with me, I'm the head and not the tail. Tell it with me, there is no gate of hell who can prevail against this church. I'm the church of God. Tell it with me. I'm the church of God. No weapons which are formed against me shall prevail. Hallelujah. Are you hearing me, somebody? Let me finish quick now. Now he is in prison. From the prison they will take him back. Because things happen. Then he have dreams. But not only he have dreams. Let me tell you. Let me explain to you something. If you have dream and you can't read your dream, you're in a mess. I have many pastors who tell me they have dreams. And they can never realize, they can never fulfill their dream. Because they can't read their dreams. Joseph was not only a dreamer, but he was a dream reader. He knew exactly that when he had the dream, he knew exactly how to interpret it, how to read it, how to acknowledge it. And then things happen. People had dreams. And he started to speak to his dream. Then Pharaoh had dreams. He went to speak about the dreams. And things happened. And he started to find grace again. He was free, not only free. Have you ever read the Bible in a pretty way? The Bible said that he was ruling the house of Pharaoh. You know what it means? That Pharaoh had nothing to say. If you come into my house and you rule my house, it means you are the ruler, not me no more. It's not no more my house. In other words, Pharaoh had no right to say nothing. Joseph was in control. Hallelujah. What I'm trying to explain to you, it doesn't matter what you have been passing through. Doesn't matter what you are passing through now. Doesn't matter in what pit they have put you. Doesn't matter what they have said about you. Doesn't matter how down they put you. Doesn't matter how they crushed you. Doesn't matter, glory to God. Still, God is calling you to rule. Amen. God is not calling you. I don't pray for people having jobs. No. God is not calling you to have a job only. Amen. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you have studied or not. Glory to God. God is calling you to have some position. Amen. Are you hearing me? Glory to God. In the time of the disciples, and glory to God, I was hearing pastor here, and it's not a contradiction with pastor. I was hearing pastors, and when that sister asked about the job they were doing, let me tell you something. The disciples were quitting their job, but Peter was not only a fisherman. No, Peter had a company. Yes. One thing he said, we have fished all night. Are you hearing me? Yes, sir. We have fished all night. We couldn't find nothing. We have fished all night. We couldn't, glory to God. And the Bible says that they took the boats more than one. Are you hearing me? The small boat around the big one. Glory to God. And they came to help each other, glory to God, because they were the same company. So in other words, glory to God, when God blessed, He blessed from the beginning. Amen. He could leave and going away, glory to Jesus. How many of you know that Jesus was a rich man? Yes. He was not poor. No. He was not the chief. Glory to God. Jesus was not poor. He was a rich man.